Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar and welcome to another Legion Live. Today I'm going to be talking about Amazon's internal tools to help you maximize your profits. A lot of people have no idea that these even exist. I'm going to show you about 4 or 5 of these tools that you're going to love. But before we get into that, I just wanted to remind you, if you want some really great information, to check out all of our social media and also to head over to privatelabellegion.com. Okay, so one of the first ones that I really like is under inventory. So when you go into your Seller Central account, go into inventory and you're going to find this new tool called Improve Listing Quality. It's been around for a while, but it really does add just some recommendations. Now, some of these are out in left field. You wouldn't use them, but some of them, like for example, if you had a pet product, it might ask you to add the pet type or the size, or if there's some special features. You will notice that sometimes they won't help out your listing. Like there'll be some that'll ask you, like I said, something that's out in left field, but you can just go through it. And like, if there's 4 or let's say I just looked at one before I went on here, there was 5 suggestions. 4 were something I could use. So these are just small little bunts to help improve your listing. Now, the other one that I like, and this is, I wouldn't say a game changer, but if you're on the fence, if you're 50-50, apples to apples, comparing 2 listings, this could help somebody make a decision. This is called Manage Product Documents. Now, we use this quite a bit, and what we did in the past is when we sent out an email. So whenever a product was ordered, we would send out an email talking about the product. We'd attach a PDF. Well, Amazon didn't like that, but now what they're allowing us to do is add a product document to your listing. So let's say you have safety information, instructions. It could be a user guide, a manual, frequently asked questions. It could be some CAD drawings or product documentation. There's tons of different ones that you would choose. You can add them into your listing. So when people want to check it out and download it, they can see it, which could be just helping you make that decision, help the person make the decision. And the reason for this is if somebody's got questions about how to put it together or, does it do a certain function? It could be a comparison chart. Your competitor might not have that, and that might be the deciding factor for the visitor to your site. Now, it's easy to use. Once again, this is under inventory. And you would just go down to Manage Product Documents. You'd click on Type of Document, and there would be a full drop-down menu, and then you would just add those documents. It's very easy to use. I'm going to go on to, this is in the tab. So if you're looking at inventory, and then you've got advertising, I think it's beside advertising, you've got growth. And under growth, you've got growth opportunities. This is another really valuable tool that Amazon's provided that gives us a wide variety of reasons or what to do to help promote or adjust your sales and to show you the potential sales lift. It's called a PSL, potential sales lift. So you can view this, and it shows it for all of your products. And you can either view it in what's called an HV or an HP, which is high value or highest potential value. And for instance, I went in and I took a look at one of my products, and it showed that if I added a comparison table, okay, just an A+ comparison table, I could add $1,300 over the next, I think it's 60 days. Anyways, that's not bad. I know in this listing, I have about 30 or 40 different ASINs, and 1,300 is probably, it's not one of the higher ones. So there's some that were add $2,400. If you can just constantly increase your listing by just a little bit every time, let's see, that would add up 30 items, $1,000 each, $30,000 extra over 60 days. Not bad. And there's different, as you go through it, you'll see different columns. It'll have like your daily sessions, your conversion rate, your category. It'll show everything that you need to know to make your decision. Plus, there's a really cool guide off to the left, and it'll show you things like I just mentioned, create A+ content. And what's really cool about this table that's off to the left is that it shows you the SKUs that need help. So for me, create A+ content, I don't have any, but create A+ comparison table, there's one SKU that needs that. Enroll in Vine, create sponsored products, increase your subscribe and save funding. Now, I don't use subscribe and save. I have a reason for that, but some people do use subscribe and save. I just don't like subscribe and save because you can't really fluctuate the pricing. Sometimes you'll get a nasty email from Amazon, so I kind of stay away from that. Lower your referral rate, add main image, add additional bullets, add video. There's a bunch. And again, what's really helpful here, I just noticed on here, it says on add video, it shows 2 of my listings. These are new listings that don't have video. And so I've got to add that. And then there's a new beta improvement called Improve Bullet Points. Now, this is under the growth opportunities. So you'll see that if you scroll to the very bottom, and if you click on it, it'll say Improve Bullet Points Beta. So that's kind of cool too. I've never used that. I just saw it there, but I am going to check it out. Another area that you can look for under growth, this is pretty cool. A lot of people don't even play around with this at all, but it's called your marketplace product guidance. There's 3 different areas here. One is called global demand. The other one is called new selection recommendations, and the other one is category insights. The one I'm going to focus on right now is global demand. So if you take a look, if you have a product or if you have 100 products, it'll show you, it'll recommend the certain products that have demand globally, and you should get it listed under your global selection or your global, what am I trying to do? Enter globally. So this is where there is a ton of opportunity or some opportunity for you to sell your products globally, and it's very easy to do. Once again, it's just more opportunity to sell your product. Another favorite of mine to increase sales is using B2B Central. So with our brands, and if we're trying to grow brands, sometimes by going into B2B Central, we know that Amazon is trying to grow their wholesale side. They're trying to grow their business side of the business. Anyways, by going into B2B Central, you can establish not only multiple quantities, but you can have your logo, have a frequently asked questions, add your documentation. It really becomes a portal for your wholesale side of the business. The other thing is, it'll be featured, or not featured, but you'll be shown to business owners. So for me, for example, my brand, I've put that under B2B, and now when I go and I search other products, I'll see their B2B pricing. So you'll also see the multiple quantities. So I'll go in and I'll put 25, 50, 100, 250, let's say, and other businesses will be able to see that, and you can either take $1 price point off, or a percentage off. And I don't go crazy with it. The most I usually give off is around 10 to 15%. I do know that a lot of people just go wild and 30% off, 40% off. We have to remember your calculations, and you have to remember your profit margin, because it's very easy to sell a lot of products but only get pennies. I still want to sell a lot of products. I want to show that I'm out there, but I also want to make money. And people will see, the businesses will see that they are getting a good discount. Now, if that's not satisfactory, you can drive businesses over to your Amazon site and negotiate your own pricing with them. So it's not under the B2B side of things, but if you go under pricing, you can negotiate your own price for different companies, which is pretty cool. But going back to B2B, I want to give you an example. We were selling some, these were screen cleaners. So this goes back about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And these screen cleaners were for phones. We took the phones and they were packaged in 10s. And we were doing all right with the sales. We put it under B2B and we put it under 10, 25, 50, 100. All of a sudden, we started selling 100 packs. And the sales, although it was about a 15% discount, the sales went crazy. We sold more in B2B than we were in the individual 10 packs. This also happened with fridge magnets. So when I did it, I didn't really think that we were going to sell a lot in B2B, but we were selling, maybe one or two individual products at a time. And the product was very successful. But when we put it under B2B, it blew the doors off. What ended up happening is that educators were buying it. So Montessori schools or schools, education institutions were buying the product, and we weren't selling one or two, we were selling 25 or 50 at a time. It made a huge difference in our sales. And also, it looked like if you take a look at your back end and go into your business reports, it'll show you that you're not selling a one, like when you take a look at units sold, it's not 1.2. It's, it might be 2, or it might even be multiples of 3, which was really cool because your conversion rate, and just take a look, your units sold has a lot to do with your ranking as well. So let's go down to the next one. This is under brand analytics. And if you take a look, like brand analytics, most people go into the analytics themselves. But if you take a look at the repeat purchase behavior, you're also going to find out what people are buying. If you see that certain products are selling more, have more repeat buyers, then reach out or try to reach out if you have an insert, but promote those products on Amazon. So if you have a e-commerce site and you have a list, it doesn't even have to be from Amazon, but if you've built your own list and you know that this is what people want, start marketing those products. And you can market those products and drive the traffic over to Amazon or keep it on your e-commerce site. The other thing that it has, we talk about building an audience. Demographics are so important. Well, under brand analytics, it does show your demographics. So it does help. It's a starting point. Again, I always talk about checking out SparkToro.com if you want to check. I think it's .com, but SparkToro to help build your audience very quickly. A couple of other ones, Attribution. If you're not using the Attribution program, enroll in it. Make sure that you start using it. I'm not going to get into it, but all it's going to do is track where your traffic's coming from. The reason why I brought that up is if you are driving external traffic, another internal tool that helps out is the brand referral program. So it's not only good for driving traffic from Facebook or Instagram over, but it's also a great compensation for influencers. If you want to provide an influencer a flat fee, that's fine. But some of the things I've been hearing a lot lately is that brands are providing that 10% referral discount or credit back over to the influencer, which is pretty cool. All right, now I'm going to go into some very simple, take a look at a glance. I could probably talk for a half hour just on inventory performance. Something that you can take a look at. Inventory performance is really made up of excess inventory, FBA sell-through. So what actions can you take to help your product sell more? It gives you a bunch of different actions you can take, maybe creating a deal or adding PPC, but there's a drop down and you can see what actions can be taken to help sell your inventory. The others is stranded and FBA in stock. Do you keep your fast movers in stock? So let's see. I am talking really quick. We're almost out of time here. Inventory health. this is another area that I like. If you go into your inventory section, you're going to see another tab called Inventory Health. And if you go over to the far right, it's another drop-down menu that tells you, oh, you have to edit your listing, improve your keywords, create a sponsored ad, lower your price, and it gives you options. So I'm going to hold it off there. There are a ton of other tools that we could talk about, but I think those are your main ones. I'll probably come back with a part 2 to talk to you more about this. But anyways, I hope this helps you improve your listing. I hope you get a few extra sales out of this. At least go and check them out, especially that managed product documents. I love that. Growth Opportunities, I love it. They're telling you how to do it and make a few extra bucks on Growth Opportunities. So check that one out. Okay, so tune in every Tuesday at 1:30. My name's Norm Farrar, and don't forget to check out our social media, our YouTube channel, and check out privatelabellegion.com for more great information.